easy to be a seeker. And they are independent topics, but still you can say that they go together. So if you pay attention in day-to-day life, whether my mind lives in the fourth state. We did talk a lot about the fourth state of mind. 5 subjective states of the mind. And out of the first 3 subjective states, no chance. No chance. First 3 states of the mind. Yes, welcome David. So first, welcome Lara. So, first 3 states of the mind, we cannot do anything in yoga, meditation. We may claim we have been doing it. Oh, we have been doing it for so many years, but there is no result. Better to leave yoga. You see that, so it happens only in the fourth state of the mind that I covered in the first session of to become a seeker. But now to you extend that a little bit. So when you ask a question that how to live into the fourth state of the mind, then I have to look at myself, not the world outside. No, I have a lot of work to do, I'm busy, or I'm lethargic, I'm lazy, I cannot get up. No, you have to look into are you a human being? And the human being is a thinker. Why we are a thinker? Because of the intellect. Who gave us the intellect? The nature. The existence offered us. The third, last session we took, some people have, I have been very kind to my honey. No, I don't want. Honey, honey may be a dog or a husband or a car, anything. That's how we use our. Now, if I misunderstand, then you can correct me. But that is, for everyone we say honey. So good work alone is not enough. That needs to be understood. It does not mean that we should leave being kind, being sympathetic, being caring. 2 points, I have to remain kind, sympathetic, caring, compassionate, friendly, but at the same time, we must be very clear that good works alone is not enough. I paid $1 million in donation, then I will be awakened. So it means you are privileged because you have it. That's why you can be awakened. Understand that point very clearly. So no, I don't have anything to spare. It does not mean that you should have a guilt consciousness that you will not evolve. So now today's topic is again very interesting. Evolved, evolving, and to be evolved. Don't think that, when you become a seeker, it only helps you to achieve the highest meditation. It will definitely help your personal, professional, and the social life. Now ask a simple question. Do you want to change? Yes. I want to change from a current state to what I visualize to a state of permanent happiness. Do we want to change? Yes. Now ask if you say, I don't want to change, then you have a false notion. You have made an opinion in your mind. and that you are sticking with that opinion. You are sticking with the false notion. Do you have a luxury not to change? I'm using the word. Do you have a luxury not to change? Nature is changing, body is changing, mind is changing, intellect is changing. Why you don't want to change? No, I have my own belief. I have my own conditioning. So live with that conditioning and continue to suffer. I should be flexible enough to find what emotions, feelings, thoughts I carry. If I change, what will happen? And if you don't want to change from your mind, you are contradicting the nature. And if you are contradicting the nature, nature will definitely punish you. It knows no reward. I should be able to understand. No, I have been living in anxiety for the last 20 years. Really? During the last 20 years, you never had a moment to smile, to relax, to sleep? See the false opinion, false notion. Do you want to change? Yes. That is why you are attending the session. Otherwise, you should not have attended. I know everything. Let me suffer. So when we say we want permanent peace and happiness in our life, what it means? Am I in permanent peace and happiness now? 24/7? No. I want that. So I want a change. Did you understand? I want a change. First part. I'm taking you to a journey of one of the beautiful principles. Now, what is this change? Change is the hallmark of the progress. Nature is constantly evolving. That is also we say change. Do we understand that nature is constantly evolving? How can I be static? And I become static because of my own opinion, my biases in my mind about myself. So now understand this change. Change is horizontal. Change is mixed with the horizontal and vertical. This change. So when the change is horizontal plus vertical, it is known as development, self-development, personality development. Right? Now there is another change. I enter into a new dimension of consciousness. That process of change is known as evolution. And when we drop all what we have been living in our day-to-day life, that leads to transformation. So change you can understand by 4 words. Plants change, plants grow. Do you say plants develop? Do you see that? Self-development, personality development. But when I enter, evolution is something inner. Can I give you another example? Take an example of a teacher who is teaching for 50 years and retires as a teacher. It is nothing but the growth. A teacher starts coaching after 10 years because he has 10 years of experience. So now see, it is a development. It's a development. A teacher opens a coaching center all over the country. Now it's a process of evolution. And transformation, the same teacher no longer remains the teacher. He is enjoying like Bill Gates. He is the head. Now apply this in life. You will understand why to become a seeker. Now coming the main topic. ask yourself what is totally evolved in you, what is evolving, and what is yet to be evolved. Forget about real self, forget about spirituality. Understand it clearly. 3 words, evolved. What is evolved? The body in us, the human frame, is totally evolved. How can you say? Do you have a luxury to have a 6th sense organ? Can you imagine which one it should be? Other animals have 1 or more senses, are more evolved than the other. Our 5 sense organs are fully evolved. Tell me, if you have an idea of the 6th sense organ. So it means the human frame is fully evolved. That is why it has a vertical spine. We don't have a horizontal spine. A lot of stuff is there. But let me come to the main topic. And what is evolving? Means what is changing constantly. So that I keep a right destination, the right goal for what is evolving. Our mind is evolving constantly. Our mind is evolving. So what is evolved? Maintenance services required for the body. Repair and maintenance. Nothing more than that. Nothing more than that. In eating, in cleansing, hygiene, etc., the purity of the body, measured diet, etc., etc. That is what is required for the body. That is all. Physical exercises. And what is evolving? Mind is constantly evolving. Now find out what is the goal of meditation. So how do we find out? Go back. What we say? The life evolved out of matter because the life was hidden into it. Do you understand that point? Not very difficult. Life was hidden potentially in the matter, so the life evolved out of matter. What we say protoplasm in modern science? A complex material structure, and 1 unit of protoplasm is known as cell, a living entity. So from where the life came? The life did not come from the heaven. It was already present in the matter, so it evolved. Did you get it? Life was hidden in the matter. So there was a constant change. So what happens in the process of evolution when the matter reaches to a saturation point in its permutation and combination, the evolution takes place. And what is the evolved product? Life, which appears to be totally different from the matter. Clear? We have seen the sensations in different plants. Sensation is a representative of the mind. So when there is a life, the life through the hit and trial in the nature, what happened? The mind evolved out of life. Do you understand that? Evolution means that there is totally a new product. When the new product comes, when the lower one reaches to its saturation point, there is no possibility of any change in that level. So that change gives rise to a new product. So from matter to life, right? From life to mind, right? Now the human mind or intellect. Can you help this human mind to reach to its saturation point, what will happen? The real self will evolve. Forget about all the principles. Do you understand that point? From matter to life, life to mind. Why the mind is not evolving so fast? Nature goes through the hit and trial method. It takes millions of years to produce one life. Right? It will take another millions of years to help us reach to the state saturation point of the mind. What is that saturation point of the mind? Mind should be pure. Mind should be focused. Mind should inquire what is permanent peace and happiness. And the moment you start inquiring, you are a seeker and you will reach to the ultimate of evolution. Do you have a luxury to stop this evolution? Again, I'm saying, no one has a luxury to stop this process of evolution. Only thing, if you don't practice yoga, you do not accelerate the process of your evolution. And if you do not accelerate the process of evolution, hit and trial by the nature means you are suffering day by day. That is why we practice meditation. Can you stop your evolution? No. You say, what I am. You carry the false notion. You are changing. You have to become a seeker. So what Eastern wisdom says, can you accelerate your process of evolution consciously, which is happening unconsciously, carried out by the nature. Is it so complex that you don't understand? No, I believe you all are seekers. You understand that. You understand that. A horizontal, if I use the term horizontal evolution, I have $1,000. I earn a month. Now, after a few months, you have started earning $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $1 million a month. You see? So, your evolution is only horizontal. Horizontal. You continue to live in the same level of pain and the suffering. You have the same challenges. What is vertical? Mind is living at the pain and the pleasure duality. Can I start thinking? Can I move? Can I get rid of the duality, opposite feeling of pain and pleasure, sorrow and happiness? Yes, I have the ability. You have started becoming a seeker. You are a seeker. But if you continue to move into the same pain, pleasure cycle, sorrow and happiness, same fight, same pleasure, days after days, weeks after weeks, then there is no chance. Then the nature is going to punish you with the more suffering because you accumulate the same impression every day.
I didn't understand that.
It shows who has this word in his or her mind. Did you hear what the so change. You see the change. First point to understand that nature is affecting a change every moment. I am a human being. I can give a direction to that change, which nature takes millions of years. We heard from the science. It took millions of years for the human birth, the human frame. So it will take millions of years, almost millions of birth and the death then only you will ultimately evolve into the real self. If you don't practice meditation. But now you are practicing meditation. You are accelerating the process of evolution. You are helping the nature. Come on, I am with you. Sri Aurobindo beautifully said, every human being is doing yoga consciously or unconsciously. That's a beautiful statement. So unconsciously I have continuously pain and pleasure and discomfort. So by hit and trial method, I say enough is enough. Let me leave this activity. So ultimately, you get little calm and relaxed. Again, you are carried away by the reaction, by the pressure of the world, and ultimately again you continue to suffer. And that story fits, I heard about our fellow American who married 10 times, and 11th time he went to a psychiatrist to find out who is wrong. All the 10 women were wrong or I was wrong. So either you learn after 10 marriages and divorce, or you learn from only one. That is what the process of evolution. So you have left the hit and trial method. Why? You are a conscious thinker. That I covered in the second topic. Did you see? Do you see that? How I see my life. It's not only meditation. It is to day living. It is moment to moment living. And I can use this principle in your personal and professional life. Ashok, you work on your professional life, and then I will tell you the real story, what happened with Ashok. If he does the right thing, in a right manner. Now I'm not telling you the story, it is in process. It is continuing. At every moment of life, if you remember, I have yet to evolve into a real self through the mind. And the mind demands the fourth state to evolve. Take another point again, I'm repeating in a different way. Body is fully evolved. Mind is evolving. Something to be evolved out of mind, and that is real self. That is our destiny. That is the goal of our life. We cannot escape this evolution. Now you have a choice. Let me evolve consciously, or leave my evolution on the unconscious operation of the nature. When you leave everything on the unconscious operation of the nature, you are suffering, you will continue to suffer, and you will die, you will take another birth, you will carry out those impressions, and this is what our masters are saying. Did I make you serious? No. It's a process of understanding. Mind needs to be taught, educated, whether you say mind or intellect. What is to be taught? The mind is carried by the animal nature. What is animal nature? What they do? They live with the four instincts. They are still imprisoned. What meditation and Eastern wisdom teaches us, it teaches us allow the mind to aspire for permanent peace, for happiness, for love and wisdom. I've been suffering from lot of problems for the last same 20 years. Why you are living then? If you're suffering from 20 years, are you really suffering? Yes. Oh, so you are a great guy. 20 years you are suffering. You see, we have a false notion. We do not think. So when you break this cycle, come on, how come this pain enters into my life? I want permanent peace and happiness. In this situation also, what will happen? The mind will get focused. That is what the fourth state of the mind is. First, it should know that mind is evolving. Mind is changing. Take as a single term. Today there is a pain. Tomorrow there will never be a pain because mind is changing. Do I have that belief? Second, mind should know it carries all the impressions of the lower nature. I have to get rid of it. Third, it should know it evolves and it can help evolve and transform myself. Fourth, I should become a thinker, a visionary about my own life. Fifth, it should pursue the goal of life. Sixth, it should know the goal of life is to discover that real self, and it should continue to work. So become a seeker. Always remember, I am evolving. Let me accelerate my evolution process. Let me not repeat what I have done yesterday. 10 marriages, 10 divorces. The psychiatrist says that you are wrong. It's so easy to understand. But I don't want to understand. So when I don't want to understand, then suffer. Then you are responsible for your sorrow and suffering. Let us start our practice. Eyes are closed. Sorry. Eyes are closed. Body is steady. Here demands. Meditation demands. Are you focused? With a focused mind, you look at the body. Have you adjusted and aligned the body? Yes, I have aligned. Is body steady? Yes. Are you looking inside the forehead in the space? Yes. How long it takes for the focused mind? And when the mind lives in the first three states, it is still evolving the way the nature wants to evolve us by the hit and trial method. Then what happens? Mind says, he does not understand. I have a lot of problems. And the teacher says, you do not understand. Change your opinion. So when you change your perspective, what happens to your mind? Just know it. That is what I say is being comfortable. I'm giving you the same step, but I'm changing your perspective. That is the real meaning of being comfortable. Looking at the neck joint, being there, feeling sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. So it is the fourth state of the mind that says, I am with you. Never think that you become my follower. You become your own follower. We carry unnecessary false notion. Shoulder joints. Instantly, you have learned in many sessions, moment I say shoulder joints and you experience sensation, comfort and steadiness. Is it not this process of evolution? If it is habitual, it will not happen. Every practice is unique. The entire body, look at all the joints of the body. Take your time. And as you look, so you experience being, feeling, sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. Now I have got a problem at my job. Forget about it. Where you are, what you are doing. Now I have lot of problem with the honey. Forget this. This is what I am saying, evolution process. You instantly become alert, attentive. Redirect your mind. What is this? This is being carefree. Leave what is happening to the mind. It is coming from the lower nature. So that is explained in a different way. Let the thought come and go. Look at, my friends. It's not a big deal for you guys and girls. Carefree. Go deep into the world, being carefree, free from the cares of the mind. Mind, I know you are evolving, and that is why you have lot of influx of thoughts that has nothing to do with me at this moment. Sometimes someone knocks the door for selling something. What do you say? Not interested. You say it calmly. The guy leaves. If you are not interested in any thought that is entering into your mind at this time, they will definitely leave you. This is what the fourth state of the mind is. Don't start thinking, when I focus on some image or some ideal, that is fourth state. This fourth state of the mind, which we say one-pointedness, is a dynamic state of the mind, where the mind lives in awareness and attention. Now, let us see, can you maintain that one-pointed awareness of the mind? We will do the Ribcage breathing, we will do the belly breathing, and then we will combine both. And let us see. So, look inside the rib cage, become aware of a point in the space and start breathing. Quick, short and gentle breathing from the rib cage. Only the ribs expand and contract. I'm making the practice intensive. Why? The seeker loves the intensive. You all are seekers. And stop it. Do nothing. Experience what is happening. No reaction, no conflict. Whatever the experience comes, recognize it, accept it. What the mind says, because it is living in the lower natures, the mind may say, oh, I have a lot of fears of doing this and that. We are not doing anything. And whatever we are doing, we are always safe. Now, now focus inside the belly button. Focus inside the belly button at any point. Focus means you keep looking into the space, being aware. And the second breathing is the belly breathing, means when you inhale, the belly expands. When you exhale, the belly contracts, squeezes, touches the spine. Means it's a long movement, deeper movement of the belly. Let us start. Mind resists the status quo. It wants to maintain the habitual pattern. We want to break it. That is one of the major steps of the breathing practice. Once you keep in that mind, so your focus, I'm changing the mind, not the breath, through the breath. Then what will happen? You bypass the resistance of the mind. Please continue belly breathing. It is little longer than the chest. Why? The lower lobes of the lungs has more capacity than the upper. So that's why it's a longer breath. Continue. Mind says no. You say yes. Why? We want to be a seeker. Continue. Hands drop this. Move the mind from the top of the head to the toes and experience the change. Maybe a sensation, maybe a sense of blankness, maybe tingling and the numbness. And all experiences change. No experience is repeated second time, but our mind repeats it. That is habitual pattern. So animal finds security in that repetition. That is why they are not evolving. They remain the same. We have a choice. So now looking inside the forehead, in the space, and start breathing long, deep, and the hissing breath, both from the belly and the chest. It is the longest breath. You expand the belly and the rib cage. You squeeze the belly and the rib cage. Continue. Long. Deep. Last time we did 3-step alternate breathing. And this time, continue. Continue. It should not be the short breath. The habitual mind may return to the short chest breathing. No. Belly and the rib cage. And stop this. Now make this breath deep, silent, and slow. You inhale first into the belly, then into the rib cage, totally silent. And while breathing out, make the humming sound louder, deeper, and longer. You may keep your mind deep inside the forehead, but maintain your awareness and attention. The mind moves to the lower nature. It says, oh, it's all about the breathing, so why shouldn't I breathe with a noise? Inhalation should be deep, silent, and slow. Exhalation should be louder, longer, and deeper, humming. Continue. As deep, as loud as possible. Now stop it. Make your breath little shorter so that you don't feel any discomfort any time. It should be deep, silent, and slow yet. Now we give a new perspective to the mind, and that is